Vanessa Hollingshead is here. Now, I know you do a bit about some hot yoga. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
I took hot yoga as a way to calm down. I stopped drinking a while ago, and
Okay.
my friend suggested, you'll feel high when you leave the class. It's just that it's 90 minutes and it's 110 degrees. And
Whoa.
I actually ended up drinking in the yoga class, which was
Did
that
you
was really
really?
bad. Yeah, yeah. No, I couldn't I had a hard
That's
time
funny.
balancing. And I didn't realize that the Cabernet was coming out of my pores, but it was a fun class. I took it with another comedian friend. I think we're both a little under the influence, and we took the yoga class.
Have you seen the goat yoga and the puppy yoga?
The puppy yoga, yeah, and I've been doing yoga now for 13 years, and it's like it's the first time I did it, I couldn't believe I managed to last. And then you get addicted because you get this wonderful feeling. And then the other thing is you just look at your body a little bit differently. It starts to get stronger. You lose women have so many issues with the body, body self-loathing or body positivity, all of that. So
Yeah.
it really was and now I've got like yogi friends and I still can't bend. I'm still inflexible, but I still keep it up. I do it like 6 days a week.
No shit. Well, the puppy yoga, the first time I saw it was on the Today Show
Mm-hmm.
a couple months ago. And I saw these little puppies running around, and one of them pissed on the floor. And that's what I thought. Because then another person on Instagram, they had like 20 puppies, 30 puppies running around.
Yeah.
Have you done that?
No, I was going to do the puppy yoga and I'd heard of goat yoga and kitty
Did you
yoga.
do that?
Yeah, no, not yet, but I work at Bidewee, so I work with the puppies a lot. I volunteer at Bidewee. We've been volunteering there for 3 years.
Always trying to get off on some substance.
Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, like if I tell people, like I'm addicted to soft vanilla Carvel ice cream with the cherry bonnet. Addicted. Like I remember, I was doing an outside show during COVID, and Carol Montgomery, who's a good friend of
I
mine,
know,
was
Carol.
saying, "Okay, you close the show," and I saw four soft vanilla ice cream trucks, and
Oh,
she could have
no.
said, "I have cancer. My father just died." And I'd be like, uh-huh, uh-huh. I'm like, is this ice cream thing going to be open when we leave? I mean, it's that bad. I'm like, this is worse than alcohol. I mean, it's up there with alcohol in terms of addictive substances.
Yeah,
Binge
yeah.
watching. I just recently binge watched my brilliant friend. My friend said, just please watch one episode. It's so good. When
Oh,
I
yeah.
just watch one episode, it's so good. You just as well say, why don't you just try heroin, see if you like it? I don't just like watch one episode. I'm like, okay, I'll watch another. I'll watch another. I'll watch
Yeah.
another. Well, I'm cat sitting. I'm not doing, you know what? Okay, so I get 2 hours sleep. I'll be fine. I'll just have a cup of coffee.
Right,
Like I
right.
keep, and it was in Italian subtitles. I was thinking Italian. I was like, why are you watching so much TV? You gotta get away from the TV. I slap your face.
Oh my God. You're not disappointing so far. And you continue to work like crazy. Just this past weekend, you were in the Hamptons, and I actually sent you a message because the video that you and Stacy shot, and I'm telling you the truth, even though I'm sure it was unscripted and everything, that was as good as anything I've seen on, network television or whatever, because it would be a commercial for your show.
Yeah, well, we have such great chemistry. I've known Stacy for like
Right.
maybe
Excuse me.
24 since she started comedy, and we always loved each other. We're always close. And she takes care of my two kitty cats when I'm away.
Right.
We just get through everything, and so we just naturally have a great chemistry. Uh, and she's so good at the social media. She's so good at posting. I'm like, Stacy, I don't even know how to put up an Instagram. I don't know how to do it. Everybody's got like, you gotta like have algorithms. You need to like do a post. Matter of fact, it could be like you can cry. You could talk about being suicidal, and you'll get
You
followers.
get
I'm like,
views. You get
and it's like,
views.
you could. How about you do one talking to your cat? How about you do one acting like you're doing yoga? It can be like just a New York minute, just a minute, and I'm actually no one has any attention, so make it a New York 20 seconds.
Yeah, right.
Just and I just haven't gotten it up. And everyone I talk to, it's like, well, you got to have a podcast. You have a podcast? I'm like, no, I barely do people's podcasts.
Right. No, I know.
I know
Well,
every
aren't you though involved with the What the Fuck podcast? Mark Marone, is that how you say it? Mark Marone, is that right?
Mark Maron. I did
Mark
the
Maron. I'm sorry, Mark
when I had
Maron.
laryngitis. The worst thing that could have happened. I was on the show for 2 hours talking about my life with laryngitis. I sounded like Kathleen Turner. It was like, yeah, no, and then my dad gave me the LSD. I'm like, how could this be? The one, it's like, and then I was thinking of Louise Hay. Sometimes you don't feel heard, so you get laryngitis. Sometimes you speak too much, so you get laryngitis. I'm like, why did I get laryngitis on one of the most important podcasts when he has a viewership of 6 million people? That's the day I had to get friggin' laryngitis.
Yeah, you're healthy as hell with this little dog and pony.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Now I know, again, I watched a lot of videos because I really wanted to try and prepare for this about you being offended. Where when people were offended, that tends to trip your trigger a little bit.
Oh, when I hear the ooh, I'm like, why? Why? I did a joke about dating a German guy, and I actually combined actually dating an Irish guy. I put the two together, to protect guilty. And this really, I was living with, I wasn't living with, he's my boyfriend. And he used to fart. I'd be having my bagel and he would just fart. I'm like, Joe, do you mind? I'm losing my appetite. And he's like, well, you want to lose weight anyway. I'm like, I don't want to lose weight by smelling your fart, not enjoying my bagel.
Hey, was he the German guy? Did you date a German
no,
guy for a
I
while?
made him German. I made him the German guy. I took Joe, the real life, and I made it the German guy who was actually German American, but I made him German, because so Joe, I said, and here was the kitchen and the bathroom right next door. And he's like, you know what? You're shaming me, Vanessa. I come from a family of farters. And I'm like, well, I don't. It's really rude. So when I did the German thing, I'm talking about my German boyfriend. And I said, so all he does is fart all the time. And I'm like, can you go into the bathroom and do that? He's like, no. I said, you're farting. It's really disgusting. He's like, I am German and you are shaming me. I come from a family of farters. And I'm like, well, I come from a family of alcoholics. We go into the bathroom and drink. And then he says, I am German and I have gas. And I'm like, I don't like to hear German and gas in one sentence.
Yeah, right.
Then I get a ooh. I'm like, an ooh? A war 80 years ago? You're oohing?
Yeah.
Really? So that, and then when people get offended, I had to change a joke. I said, I'm so bad with technology. I'm in the process of adopting an Indian kid so I could figure out how to work my cell phone.
Right.
And I shut it down. Of course, it had to be like some young girl from California. And I'm like, it's like when people get easily offended, what they're saying is we're muzzling ourselves. We haven't lost freedom of speech because we're muzzling our own freedom of speech. We see things as they are. We don't want to offend anybody, so we don't say it. Like, if there's a person of color at a cash register talking on her phone all the time, black girl on the phone, huge long line, be a bunch of white people, maybe hopefully a black woman. And you're on the line. I'm like, and she's like, yeah, no, I'm like, what the fuck is, and I'm thinking, and I want to say, do you mind? There's a whole bunch of people. We say nothing, white
Yeah.
privilege. And I keep hoping there's a black woman out there go, you ain't at home talking to, you ain't at home. Get off the damn phone. Can't you see there's a goddamn line? You know, I'm like, why? That's what I want. Can I say this? No. Is it the
No,
truth? Absolutely.